Hi everyone, this is Marjorie,
And Dan.
and this is our second video on our Europe trip. We're going to talk today about Paris, so stay tuned. If you're new here, will you please subscribe and ring the little bell and you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video. Okay, all right, Dan, what was your favorite thing about Paris?
Okay, my favorite was I believe it was the day after our anniversary that we actually took a dinner cruise on the River Seine, and it went right up and down the river. We saw the Eiffel Tower all lit up. It was flashing. We've got some pictures that I'm sure Marjorie will show you.
Oh, beautiful. They'll be inserted somewhere.
It was really spectacular. What happened after the cruise was not so spectacular.
We're not talking about that yet.
But we'll
talk about
we'll bring
that
up later.
Yeah.
My second favorite was the Louvre. I really enjoyed going through the Louvre. You have basically a tour that you it's a video tour where you just wear a headset and they tell you about the entire place, and we've got pictures of the Mona Lisa and a lot of the statues.
Beautiful.
Could have spent 3 more hours in there than we did. Could have spent the entire day, but the time we spent in there was really spectacular, and it's a museum that everyone should see at some point in their life.
It's really stellar.
Then my third, we went on a excursion to Montmartre. It's way up on a hill. You have to take this. What is it called? Is a
funicular?
Funicular. Yeah, you have to take a funicular to get all. Funicular, whatever.
Put the fun in funicular.
You have to take the funicular up the hill all the way to the top, and they have a fence there that you put locks on with your name. We bought a lock up there and put our names.
Fence.
Yeah, and we put our lock on the fence up there and took some pictures of that, which I'm sure Marjorie will show you.
Mm-hmm.
And really enjoyed that. Once again, we did a lot of walking. Coming back from Montmartre, we kind of got lost. We decided not to take we were going to take the bus to get us back to the hotel, and we were going down the hill. We walked down the hill.
We wanted to explore
explore Paris a little bit. And I was getting rather perturbed because a bus wasn't coming that we were going to take to go to a hotel. We were walking all around and waiting for this bus, and Marjorie
the bus wasn't on schedule, which annoyed Dan because where are they?
Yeah.
How dare they?
So Marjorie, I was sitting there, and I'm not gonna.
You weren't sitting there. You're pacing around, grumbling.
Yeah,
and there's
I sat
a
for a
sweet
while.
lady sitting next to me, sweet French lady.
Maybe you need to tell this.
I'm going to tell this one.
Oh, okay.
And Dan was grumbling, and she looks over at me and she goes, I go, yeah, we've just been walking a lot. She goes, where are you going? I said, we're trying to get back to our hotel, Lafayette, don't remember the street, but I told her, and she goes, why don't you just walk? It's right down the street right there.
Well, it wasn't exactly right around the corner, but it was down the street.
It was downhill, and it was down, a couple blocks. And on the way, we found a
at least 4 or 5
boulangerie where we got to stop in. And one of the things they do in Paris, which is kind of fun, they like to, people go out for a late dinner, but what they do is they will be walking. Everybody walks in these countries. They don't, they either ride public transportation or they walk or they ride scooters. They're just not into...
Or bikes.
Yeah, or bikes. They're not into just driving cars all over like we do in the States. So they walk around, and one of the things that's fun, and I knew about this because I watched Rick Steves' travel videos in Europe a lot. And one of the things that they do is in these little bakeries, you can stop in and you can get a fresh baked baguette that they just slice open and they stuff it with some ham and cheese, and you just, go on your way walking down the street eating your baguette with ham and cheese. It's so good. So we did that on the way back to our hotel, and we were really glad, that the lady had told us that it was right down the street. Why don't you just walk? It was so funny. Okay, so those were Dan's top 3. And my favorite was also the cruise on the Seine River. It was beautiful. It was a dinner cruise. It was probably one of the more expensive things we did because it was like our anniversary river cruise, dinner thing. And we got to get all dressed up and go on this beautiful, beautiful river boat that had, we got served a beautiful, I don't know how many course dinner, and it was just fun. Piano music on board, and you could go up on the top deck and watch the lights at night in Paris, and we got to cruise down and see the lights come on the Eiffel Tower. I think they come on, every half hour or something like that?
They flash.
They flash, that's right.
They're on, but they flash.
It was just stunningly beautiful. I had to pinch myself to think I was even there. And so that was wonderful. Second favorite thing was probably, I did enjoy our hotel a lot. There's a little bistro right across the street from our hotel. The streets go into like pie-shaped wedges. There was a little bistro right across the street. You could lean out the window and just watch the little busy town area go by. So we were hungry. We didn't want to go look around for something. Dan wasn't feeling too perky in Paris. He picked up a bug or something. So we went over to this little bistro, and it was just so nice. You sit outside on the sidewalk tables, and sweet people come over, and they appreciate that you're trying to speak to them.
They could all speak English.
They could all speak English, but they kind of loved it if you would try to, start out saying bonjour, They just appreciated the attempt to acknowledge their country. And then they would, of course, explain everything to you in English. But that was fun. I really enjoyed that. I've always wanted to go to Paris. And Dan was excited to go to London, and I was too, but I was super excited to go to Paris, and I would love to go back there. And my third favorite was, and we ate there a bunch of times, by the way. My third favorite was the Galerie de Lafayette, which was a absolutely beautifully stunning mall, a huge circular mall with a beautiful stained glass dome ceiling. And when you go up to the top of this mall on the elevator and get out and walk around, you can see all of Paris. It's just a really beautiful mall. And like I said, it's circular, and there's balconies, and you can look down and see the center, and just really, really, really fun. Nice stores like Chanel and Tiffany's, and upscale. This is something that really ruined the trip for me at first, but I wouldn't let it. I mean, thankfully we got a resolution to this. I'm just going to jump right in. right after that lovely river cruise on the Seine, where we were just so impressed and so romantic and so beautiful, we went and got on the subway, which was no, wait, is it called the subway?
It's
Is it the underground?
Metro.
The Metro, thank you. And went to go get on the Metro, and we're looking at the maps, trying to figure out how.
No,
to,
you were looking at the map.
I
I was telling you I knew where to go, but you had to look at the map to make sure that I knew where to go.
After this, I told you where to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're looking at the map, and I had this app on my phone that was supposed to be, telling us where to go and what to do or whatever. So I take my phone out, not just any phone, my brand new red iPhone 11, which I had been recording everything in London on. Pictures of the trip. Dan had taken some too, but I had recorded a lot. And I had watched Rick Steves' videos. I had purchased the special purse where
security purse
where they can't cut the strap and run, or I knew about theft. I guess you know where this is going already. He knew where we were going. He goes, oh, the train's going to be right over here. So he heads off in front of me, and I start to hurry behind him. And I stuffed my phone in my purse. Well, of course.
Oh, yeah, but you managed to talk to the couple that was standing by the map to get your attention.
And they were French, and I thought they were trying to be so kind to tell me how to get to where we were going. And, oh, well, this kind sir, I'm sure, is the person who reached right in and took my phone out of my hand when I thought it went into my purse. So, not the end of the story yet. So we went and found our spot. We were supposed to be waiting. I hadn't realized my phone was stolen yet. And all of a sudden we're sitting down on a bench, and I go, it was like I just knew my phone was stolen. I don't even know how I knew, because I didn't see him or feel it or anything. And I started looking all through everything, and I couldn't find my phone. I said, my phone's gone. And of course, Dan, who always likes to be, safe better than sorry, we didn't get any insurance on that phone. So I kept my old phone for another year or two until that contract was up. But I have a new one now. That's what we're recording on. Anyway, and that's not the end of the story. So the Metro train comes, and we go over there. Everybody waits. The doors open. You get on. The doors close. Off it goes. And Dan got on the train.
The train was packed.
I couldn't get in there. It was packed.
So let me. That's her version. Let me give you my version. Okay. The train was packed, and there was tons of people getting on. And I thought she was literally right behind. I got on to try and push my way into there, and there were actually two doors. There was a plexiglass door that closed first, and then the door to the train closed second. And what happened is I got in, and suddenly the plexiglass door closed. I kept trying to drag her in.
Well, they don't stop. When the doors close, if you're stuck in there, they're taking you on down the track with them. So I had no choice but to back up, or I would have been drugged along the train track and killed. So anyway, short story long, Dan takes off down the train track.
How am I supposed to get off of the train now?
Yeah, well, I just think you should have put your wife on the train first. But then
I was running interference for you.
Mm-hmm. And how'd that work out for you?
Yeah.
So anyway, and then we get, the train leaves, and I step back, and I'm like extremely upset, and I realize not only am I the only one on the platform besides this other big guy standing right over there, I have no phone, I have no money. I wouldn't even know what to do with money down there anyhow. You buy your ticket to get onto the thing. There's nobody to talk to. There's not people like supervising and watching to make sure you're safe or anything down there.
And this was about 11:30 at night.
11:30 at night. And so I pulled up my big girl panties, and I jumped on the next train, and that came by, and I looked at the thingy, and I went, well, and there was Dan at the next stop.
Very next stop,
standing there waiting for me, and he got on the train, and he got a few dirty looks after that. And then, of course, we had to go back to the hotel, and I'm so glad it was an Apple product because I also brought my iPad. And Dan took his phone and called the number on my iPad, and we reported my phone stolen, and they walked us through how to lock it so that the person that stole it couldn't
use
access it ever. And so that was, taken care of. And I did have my iPad, but I didn't drag that around when we're out on tours or anything like that. So I had to rely on Dan to take all the rest of the pictures. It worked out okay, and now we look back on it and we laugh, but believe me,
Weren't laughing then.
I wasn't laughing. And okay, so let's talk about what are the least favorites. Okay, let's see. Let me go first. My phone got stolen. He left me on the metro, and then what's your least favorite? Oh, and Dan got sick.
And I
also
got sick.
Yeah, that was
Probably the least favorite was having your phone stolen.
yeah, that was pretty much of a bummer. Anyway, okay, so I recommend that you really pay attention to not, just I didn't even zip my purse up. I was in such a hurry to catch up
if
with
you
Dan.
manage to buy a security purse, you should actually close the security purse. You did buy the security purse, but
And if your husband gets on the metro first, yank him off and get on in front of him. Okay, bonsoir, my good friends. We're going to leave that there, and thank you for watching us. Next time, we're going to take you on our trip to Barcelona. And if you're new here, please subscribe, ring the little bell, and we'll talk to you next time. Anything else you want to say, Dan?
au revoir.
Au revoir.